one of those days I really don't have anything planned for the day. Um, I've been asked how to do the bracelet that I showed yesterday. Um, this little guy, he's macrame, two colored ceylon with some beads in the middle. As you can see, there's the two colors here across here, a gray and a blue. So, and then if you flip it, it's blue on one side, on the sides on one, and in the middle on the other. And so I've been asked to do that, but I'm not sure when I'm going to. Also, I'm not sure if it's just going to be me and Beth on Friday rather than Heather with us. She hasn't been feeling well. So I'm not sure if she's going to come on or not. If she doesn't, we will not be doing the team jewelry. Hey, Georgina, simply because the team jewelry is something that Heather was really interested in. And if she doesn't come on, we're going to do something else. So we'll see what happens here in the future. Like I say, that'll depend on how Heather feels, if she wants to or not. Now, I'm thinking of, since it is getting close to February and we'll have Valentine's Day coming up, I am thinking of doing some things that are more Valentine's oriented, like an anklet or a bracelet, some earrings possibly, with a Valentine theme sort of to them. And so I am setting some things up. Hi, Anita, that I have from my things that I've gotten in the last few weeks, with hearts and such as that on it. Like I say, I am thinking of leaning towards doing some more Valentine's oriented things, since we are getting closer to Valentine's Day. So I'm just getting a few things out of my bags that I think will work for Valentine's items. And we'll see what we decide to go here. As I say, I'm seriously leaning towards doing Valentine's Day things today, simply because we are getting towards the end of January. Valentine's Day is in just a few weeks, and if I'm going to put anything into my Etsy shop, new Valentine's type things, then I need to do that soon. So, hey Cindy. I'm pretty good. I hurt my foot last night. It was sort of bizarre. I don't know how it happened. I was in the bathroom and I stepped on something, and I'm still not sure what that something was, though I did find a small stone that was pretty sharp on the floor after I cut my foot. So I think that might be what I stepped on. I'm not positive. But it didn't feel good, and it was bleeding like nobody's business. Really surprised me. My grandson actually bandaged it up for me because it was, I couldn't see it. It was right on the base of my heel. So, well, the bottom of my foot right at the base of my heel. So it was, yeah, it wasn't the best in the world. Hey, Kimberly. So it actually doesn't hurt too much today. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure what I stepped on. But I do know I stepped on something. So I am dropping some things out that I think we could use for some Valentine's things. That's why while I've been talking here. And hi Dominique, but it doesn't really hurt. So, today anyway. So, oops, I just dropped something on the floor. That's not the best way of working. But it's, it was like, what the heck did I step on? That was not good. Whatever it was. Oh, there they are. That's what I was looking for. So it was a little bit disconcerting, so to speak. I just put something back in here that I think maybe I should keep out. If I can find it again. Well, we'll see what else I can find. So, yeah, it was sort of disconcerting and painful, but I think but I think I'm all right. I don't think, unless it gets infected, it should be fine. But it was just sort of surprising because I didn't see anything on the floor. I couldn't find anything afterwards. All I know is that it hurt and it was bleeding like I was stuck pig. I mean, I couldn't believe how much it was bleeding for such a cut that had to have been remarkably small because I couldn't really see it. Hi, Anita. So, anyway, I've got some stuff now out on the desk. And probably more stuff than I need out on the desk, but you know. But we'll see if there's what we want to use of it. So let's turn down and we can you can see what I've got out here and we can decide what we want to make. And hey, Brandy, maybe a broken bead. Yes, it could have been a broken bead. I did find a tiny little sharp stone on the floor. And I'm wondering if that was what it was. There was no blood on it, so who knows? I just know it was I just know the thing bled like crazy, which surprised me because it wasn't a very big cut from what I could tell. But boy, did it bleed. But had to sweep up the floor. I mean, wipe down the floor afterwards because I had a big mess in there. But hopefully it will just. You're listening, but will likely nod off soon. Are you not feeling well, Georgina? I know you were sick not that long ago. I was hoping you were all better now. But yes, it could have been around my house. It could have, if it had been in this room, I would have thought it was a broken bead or a piece of wire. But like I say, the only thing I found that was in any way sharp that I could tell was a little tiny stone, which was probably brought in on somebody's foot, out of their shoe from, because they put little stones down on the roads. Oh, you've had the flu. That's right. You did tell us that. I'm really sorry. Flu is so nasty. So anyway, let's turn down. I'll show you what I've got spread out around my desk, and we'll see what inspiration hits, so to speak. So as you can see, I got all kinds of things down here. And of those things, these are all out of my Auntie's beads, the last two Auntie's beads orders, which I have another one coming. They're having good sales these days, so I can't resist. We have the Celtic heart, though these are more, well, Celtic, so I like to put green in the Celtic stuff, so who knows. We have these heart chandeliers. I'm thinking we're definitely going to make something with these heart chandeliers. They're real pretty. And so I think I might put this away because I'll probably use it in my Celtic stuff when I start getting things together for my show. I have these little links or connectors that I have used in the earrings yesterday. I have both the silver and the gold. I do have some gold things out here. So we have this little guy here. We have the same style, but in the silver. I guess I had, oh, nope. There we have the double bead caps, though we don't probably need a lot of those no matter what I do. I got 2 of the sets of heart ear studs. So if we break in earrings, we can use those. I did get some butterflies out, both these and these. Although, of course, these aren't really specifically Valentine's, but we do have those. Got the little guys here that are for charms. I have the triangular gold and the triangular silver. Not silver, but gold with cyan and gold with fuchsia. And then I have these are gold. Put them over here, Rose. These guys, these are Rivolis for, you can tell because of their bump out, which means they have a bump down here. So these are pretty little red ones. I have these heart connectors. Now these are going in the direction this would be for an anklet or for a bracelet. And there are 3 of them in here, so I can make both if I want to. See, those are the ear wires. And then I have these red bicones. So we have all kinds of fun, good things here we can use for some pieces. I'm really not leaning towards the gold stuff today, so I think we'll put those away. And we have the butterfly, these butterflies, if we want to use butterflies. Now this butterfly is a connector. There's a hole here and here, so it could go either way. Though if I were to use this, I would probably just make it into a simple earring, maybe with this guy at the bottom and something else at the top. And that is not really a Valentine's-y thing, but it would work. It's it would be something we could make. So we may do that with those. These butterflies could go with these, but they really don't match really great. There is a little purpley in the inside. Well, here, let's pull one out. Hey, Miranda. So anyway, here is our big crystal butterfly. Isn't that gorgeous? And then there's 3 of these little guys. And there's Lil. She's wanting some attention, apparently. So theirs is more of a purpley, whereas this is more of a blue, but it does have some purple around the edges. So I suppose it would work. I'm just not sure that I wouldn't prefer it. Come here, baby. With these. So we could switch that and put this. Makes it more sparkly. This makes it more basic. Of course, on the other hand, oh, it's in there. I was going to say, where's the other drop? But it's right here. So actually, we can put both of them down beside each other since we obviously have two of these guys. And to compare, to see how they look, which one do we like better? If I do this one, I think maybe I would separate it out with what I do with those. There they are. with one of these because for some reason the having those close to each other bugs me. I don't know why. It just does. So it's just too close, I think. It's, you know, I know that doesn't make much sense, but hey, Leah, good to see you, sweetie. So I'm trying to decide if I make these, do I want to go like this or do I want to go like this and maybe have one of these up top? I actually sort of like this one better than this one, to be truthful. So I'm looking beside me over here because I did have some stuff sitting here. Actually, I have this pretty bracelet piece here. But what I'm looking for is I had at one point some other butterflies over here. There they are. And these are connectors. And so they go sideways, of course. And I was going to always make these into either an anklet or a bracelet. And if I wanted to, since they are silver, we could come on, heart. Take, again, these were from Auntie's Beads. And we could take these and put them on, connect them on either side of this. I think it would need, I don't think I'd try bending these because they're pretty. They got a good thick enamel on them, so it would be more of a, we'd want to wire wrap some other beads around, but I don't. These blue bicones would work better with this if we're going to make something like that. So frankly, right now I think we'll put these guys back in their bag. Where'd I take it from? There it is. And maybe the heart as well. I like both of these ways, but I am leaning more towards this one. But, and then this could turn into a bracelet for sure. And then I have, oh, come loose, you. These heart connectors. And I think these guys would be too big, but maybe not. It will depend entirely upon what I put down the sides. If we do that, let's see. Have one of you guys out. Then maybe too many. So we're leaning towards this one rather than this one, even though this is cool. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't work that well for me for some reason. So I'm going to pull this out. We'll want this above here. And then the other little crystal will go here at the bottom. Now these are going to be really easy to put together because this is mainly just jump rings with, different components put together with it. So that one is going to be a really, really pretty earring, but it's going to be a really, really simple earring. Now, as I'm going with this one, we're more or less sitting the same way as with our butterflies here. Oh, and the butterflies, if we want to, I don't know that, well, we could. We have the heart ear studs. We could just use those, though I don't know, they almost look too small. I'm not real pleased with those as the top, but we probably will put them on the top of this guy here. We'll see. We'll see what we decide to do. But I'm liking the little drops on the far side. And the Rivoli in the middle, but I don't know what I want to do for the sides here. We can't have something that's going to be really close or it's going to bang together unless we move our Rivoli down a little bit, which we could do. Could even do that with these. I'm not going to use Tinky Tots on this because these have pretty good sized bands. See how it's a sort of fat there? And so I think a regular one would work better to put these together. A medium one is 6. Come here, you guys. Oops. I seem to love to bump the camera anymore. Put a little pile of 6s out here. Probably won't need that many, but we can think about these while we're putting these guys together. You go right here. You know, I really don't, when I'm doing these, I really don't think about the fact that I don't know if any of you guys are beginners that are with us here, but I do, if I'm talking to beginners, I always like to emphasize, come on, slide sideways there, that when you're opening a jump ring or an eye pin or any of the circular pieces that you want to work with, you want to open them side to side rather than trying to pull them straight apart. Because if you pull them straight apart, you'll rarely get it back together decent. Now, come on, I want you guys to have the split in the back, if I can get it that way. I'm not sure I can because there we go. Come on, there we go. When a lot of new beginners think that they should pull your jump rings apart like by pulling them this way, you should always put one on one side and just give it a twist. And then just twist them back together. And if they don't seem to want to go flat, just put the base of your pliers along them and flatten them like that. I do not appear to have any water beside me. That's very strange. I usually do. Come on, you. I want you over there again. And I didn't put you that way when I set you up. There we go. So now if we this particular earwire, I think it's too small. The butterflies are good sized, so we're going to use a regular one or a different stud than this little heart. But because the butterflies are overpowering them. A lot of times, you'll get a ear stud, and then because they're relatively good sized a lot of times, it feels like they're being, the earring itself is being overpowered by the stud itself. And you don't want to do that if you can help it. But sometimes you do without really thinking about it. Okay, I want you to go. Come on, stop it. Now see, that's not quite closed all the way because one side's over a little teeny bit further than the other. And I don't like that. I like to have them straightened out. So there we go. Oh, I didn't even notice this when I bought. Oh, I did. They are the, I've got them. This one is actually, I guess, upside down, but it doesn't really. No, I don't want my butterfly flying that way. So we'll flying halfway upside down. So we'll switch this back out again. Because I did not notice that I was putting it on that it made a difference. Stop that. As it comes on, which way?